live. So Johnny Manziel is still waiting, and it doesn't look like he's going to get picked anytime soon. We thought how great it would be if the Dallas Cowboys would have picked him earlier, and they obviously did not. They went the smart route. But TJ, a marriage between Jerry Jones and Johnny Manziel. How great would that have been? And what's Johnny Football thinking right now as he sits and twists in the wind?
Well, the first thing he's thinking is that he's sitting there drinking water when what he'd probably like to do is drinking what I'm drinking right now, as we watch the draft and all play the man hug drinking game. But aside from that, if you break down the two places that I thought Manziel would land that actually made sense, Nashville, which I still am very surprised that they didn't pick him. I thought that him and the Tennessee Titans, it would have been great for traffic. Eventually, he would have dated Taylor Swift. Eventually, they would have broken up. America would have really enjoyed that. And that's just a missed opportunity for the United States of America that I'm really sad we all missed out on. And to bring in Clay Travis here, who probably just lost millions of dollars because Tennessee did not draft Johnny Manziel, he's angry. And he took to Twitter to investigate the gentleman that they did pick, Taylor Lewin, who is a 2014 NFL draft pick facing active charges of aggravated assault and 2 charges of assault and battery. So there you go. That's a good reason for everybody in Nashville to be having a real good night with that pick. And the other thing,
yeah.
I mean, it's possible he could have landed in Dallas just because, and we all thought this because it's Jerry. Jerry's his own general manager. Jerry is a fan who owns a team. He's got his multi-billion-dollar toy. He runs it as he sees fit. That would have been a lot of fun for us, too. So America has been robbed of 2 really fun potential landing places. As we are talking right now, he also didn't land with the Jets, which would have been fun, but in a different way. So I don't know where he's eventually going to land. You feel bad for anybody who's in that green room with America, tweeting about the fact that you're still sitting there and making memes about you. I feel bad, even though Johnny Manziel has had a really great life, so I shouldn't feel bad. I still feel bad, and I don't know where he'll land. It's possible he could wind up landing at Cleveland at 26, and then Cleveland looks like a bunch of geniuses, which I know that they are.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. I mean, how amazing would that be? We were just spitting on Cleveland a couple minutes ago, and maybe they know something that we don't, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland, if Johnny was able to fall all the way to 26 and Cleveland were able to get him, Justin Gilbert, and they made the trade for Sammy Watkins to pick up a first-round pick next year, they'd look great, even after the Trent Richardson trade. So maybe Cleveland is turning a corner a little bit in terms of competency. But watching Johnny Manziel sit there, I can't get enough of it because the girl he's with is just so hot, and what team he's going to go to. He didn't just go to the Jets as they take Calvin Pryor, the safety from Louisville. I doubt he goes to the Dolphins. Then it's the guessing game. Then it's Arizona at 20. Again, Cleveland there at 26. But, man, this is getting reminiscent, Evan, of Aaron Rodgers and Brady Quinn. Big-time quarterbacks expected to go early in the draft, falling and falling and falling, and a lot like Geno Smith last year, where he actually, went. I think it was the first pick of the next day, even on the Friday. So, this is like TJ said, you can't really feel bad for Johnny Manziel. He's had everything pretty much handed to him in a short time down there at College Station. But man, it's going to be really intriguing to wherever he goes. That's where the draft will pick right back up again.
No, I agree. It sounded like somebody fell in the background there while you were talking about falling. But I'm going to throw this to TJ because this is right in your wheelhouse. Is there something about some of us who may have been the last pick for dodgeball, seeing a professional athlete go through the same thing on national television? It's just something we can't turn away. It's almost like a train wreck. But what is our infatuation with seeing this guy wait?
Schadenfreude. It's that old German word. Schadenfreude. It's taking joy in the misery of others. And Twitter magnifies that and just absolutely allows everybody to see that ugly sort of side of all of us. But it is the most talk about. It's the most intriguing story that's still left in the draft because pretty much all of the other things that we were sort of looking for, those questions have largely been answered. And the second, third, and fourth rounds, that'll be where some other quarterbacks land, and that's worth a half watch as well. But Manziel moves the meter. I mean, he's just such an intriguing character out there. And what you're actually really seeing here is the conservatism that has such a deep base within NFL organizations. They don't want to take a flyer on somebody in the first round who has some of the issues with Manziel that Manziel has, both on the field with how reckless he plays and off the field with how he lives his life.
Well, I agree with you there. I think that there's definitely some questions about him. It would almost behoove the NFL to have this guy wait to be picked until Saturday, because imagine what the ratings will be on Saturday. That's not going to happen. But once Manziel is taken, I believe the story switches. It'll shift from Johnny Football to Michael Sam, and people wondering when he's going to be taken. So let's talk about him for a minute. I mean, we have basically a number of storylines that we're going to go through as the weekend unfolds. Once Manziel's gone, it becomes the Michael Sam show, right, Joe?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it's the next, to copy TJ here, the next needle mover is Michael Sam. Obviously would be the first gay player to play in the NFL. He just received the award for courage, and what he did, and his story is so great in terms of coming out to his teammates and how accepting they were. But now we really need to see if this is going to work, and will it work, and what GM will take this step to select a gay player and put him in the locker room. I mean, everybody looks at the NFL, Evan, and football and says big macho things can't, homosexuality can't be a part of it. I don't buy that. I think if Michael Sam can help you win football games, then put him on your team. But it'll be very interesting to see. I mean, especially if Johnny falls to Friday, you get the people coming back to watch on Friday, then Michael Sam, who's projected as a 3rd and 4th round pick on Saturday. Roger Goodell's licking his lips because it seems like normally the NFL draft dies out after round 1. This looks like it's got a lot of storylines left.
Yeah. TJ, you want to weigh in there before we close up?
Yeah, Joe's absolutely nailed it. The one amendment, and it's not anything on Joe said on purpose, but he said first gay player. It's first openly gay player. There have been gay players in the NFL in the past.
Sure.
Michael Sam is such an intriguing storyline, and the ratings because of that, and possibly because of Manziel, depending on how this ends up, are going to wallop actual playoff games. The only thing another league can put forward that is actual competition, and this is going to lap the field with how many people watch it. And that just shows you how powerful the NFL is in the sporting universe, and how intriguing these storylines in Game of Helmets truly are.
Well, I agree with you there, and I think if you have Johnny Football sitting in a room somewhere with a camera on him, it's going to do better than the NBA playoffs. So we're waiting. Johnny's waiting. Johnny, we're with you. We hope you get drafted at some point, but not anytime soon, because then we'll have less things to talk about. So thanks for tuning in. We're going to go back to the TV, break out the Twitter. We'll join the party on Twitter with the rest of the guys from Football.com. Check out well, obviously you're checking out because you're watching right now. But we'll be here all week. We'll be back. And, Johnny, stay strong, brother. We're with you. TJ Hatter, Joe Scumaci, as always, you guys are first-round draft picks in my book.
Still run the fan club, Johnny. I still run the fan club.
Cheers, Johnny. Cheers to you.